Welcome to my channel. This is Art for the Heart, and I'm going to be walking you through a little exercise that has to do with investigating blame and how that appears in our life. I'm going to use an art exercise here to explore that a little bit more. This is an art book that I started some time ago, a discovery journal, I like to call it. And it was after I had watched a video by Brene Brown where she talked about blame. So here I'm just going in, I'm purposely using water-soluble felt pens so that I could spritz them with water. I'd used a water bottle there just a bit ago to make the water move the paint around on the page. I'm also trying to match the left side a little bit to the right side so that it looks like it wasn't done many years apart, that it was done right maybe all at once the same day. So here is the quote from Brene Brown, that one of the reasons that we engage in blame is that it's a way to discharge pain and discomfort. And so as I explored that more on this page, you'll see that's why things are blurry on the page. I felt like things do get blurry when we start to blame. So here I'm just looking through my stash and finding some elements that would be appropriate for this layout, just in things that I have. I thought these butterflies were perfect because butterflies to me symbolize change. They symbolize growth, and that when there's growth, beauty can happen, even out of painful, difficult things. So I just like to add those on where it seems and feels right to me. Now here I'm stamping around the edge. I felt like this needed a border, and so this is a stamp that I have made myself. I'll do a video at some point about how to make stamps, but it's just made from an eraser, and it's a very simple process, but it's very helpful. I felt like it had kind of an organic feel to have that border around my page. Now I'm just looking at the page and examining, well, what needs to go on here next? What feels right? What am I missing? What am I needing? And I decided that I needed some embellishments, so I start doodling. Doodling is a really powerful exercise for making you slow down and think, to calm anxiety, and research supports that it's a good tool to have to pull out a piece of paper and a pen and just doodle. It's good for your brain. It's good for your well-being. And so I'm adding these little flowers here and there, wherever it just feels like they should be. Now here's a close-up of the finished page. And again, here's another one coming up too that is just showing you a different side. Now notice when I got finished, I have a lot of space there where the blame, as I wrote on the page, I felt like I needed to embellish the page with words that were all about blame. You can't really read them in the video, but I know they're there. And so it just shows that we have this tendency to use blame, justify using blame, or at least I do. I guess I shouldn't say we, I'll say me. That sometimes is the case with blame, that we can look at others and feel justified in our position. And so that gets kind of cluttered and messy. And so that's why it's messy on my page. So that's my process. This is how I had this all come out on the page. I didn't really have a plan ahead of time other than this was going to be about blame and about understanding how I process blame or why I engage in blame. And I really find that it's amazing to me as I sit down and I process these kinds of things and I think about them and I put pen to paper, that I start to discover all kinds of interesting things that I didn't know I was thinking about that topic that I'm exploring. I really recommend that you get yourself some artwork or some art journals, not artwork, but some art journals, and start making some artwork that will help you to understand how you think about various things, topics that are important to you. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me to continue to provide free videos for you to enjoy and to use in your own self-exploration.